I'm not a marketer. I'm not a lifestyle guy. I'm Andre. I'm me. And that's who I choose to show up at. Yo, what up? Just finished an excellent lower body workout, some cardio, some sauna, some sweet ass gym conversations. And you know what I'm on my way to do? I'm on my way to get some coffee. So put the car in neutral to reverse. So let's have a little chat, and I'm going to talk about why I do not create lifestyle content. You know, if you're going to just walk behind somebody's car, get off your fucking phone. You know, not too difficult, because he's just walking aimlessly behind my car on his phone, and I should have just gave him a little love tap, but you know, that's not very nice of me. Anywho, so I know that all the big traders, quote unquote big traders on social media, create lifestyle content. Me, not my thing. Why is that not my thing? I'm going to explain to you the mind of some of the traders that I know. So throughout my journey as a trader, I've been fortunate enough to meet some really cool traders, some really big traders. And it all stemmed from that podcast, Trading Nut, that I've been on. And I actually did a talk at Sac State University on financial markets, my view on them and how I break them down. And through that process, dude, I've met some awesome people, like some really awesome people. Random side note, I'm kind of digging this gray today. It looks pretty dope. And some people heard some of those talks, right? And people have reached out to me, and I've had some really, really cool conversations with some pretty cool people. And you know, another one of the reasons why I decided to start putting myself out there like that is why these guys and girls don't want to be found. And I say girls too, because some of the best ones are females, and they just trade circles around the men. Even some of the best men, the females just straight up kill it. The one thing I notice about all of them is, I don't want to say all of them, but for a good percentage of them, is that you wouldn't know if you walked by them. And a good percentage of them, you know, are mega multimillionaires, and there are a couple of billionaires in that circle. Just like when you see, oh, the number of millionaire and billionaires in a city is XYZ, that there are a lot of private million and billionaires that will never be on record because they choose not to be. Hold on. Oh, head's itchy. And with these ladies and gentlemen, they've gone through a lot of the same things that I went through, right? The quest for material, the quest for this, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all see it the same way. And again, I am not on their level by any means financially. Not yet, at least. And the art that is trading took over, not the need for validation with things that you have. That's a big reason why I don't do the lifestyle stuff, because one, it's not my personality. I know how this game works in the financial space. A lot of these so-called traders will initially go out and rent things, right? Get a loan. I know how this works. I've talked to several influencers. Like, you guys have no clue how. You also don't know how many of your favorite traders on Instagram have reached out to me for help. Oh, can you feed me signals to feed my group? Nah, bro. You're a legend, right? Do it your fucking self. And that's how they build a following. They build a following because, oh, I have what you don't. Oh, you want what I have. Do it my way. The game doesn't get played that way, right? And then the other thing, a lot of these traders with their white label brokers and their white label prop firms, they hide the fact that they own it because that's where the money comes from. Do you know how much money is in a broker if you have clients? The fees, the spreads, the turnover, right? The fact that 90% of traders lose 90 to 100% of their money in 90 days, the 90-90-90 rule. It's a profitable business model, which is why I've thought about starting a broker, because I want to trade bigger size. And if that's the case, why not go to a prime broker, you ask? I don't want to trade in a prime broker because I want to stay a small fish. I want to stay a small fish that eats off the belly of the beast. That's the goal. And you can make a killing. You can become a millionaire eating off of the big fish, right? Anyway, this is how a lot of these guys make that money. Oh, and when you get access to the back end of a broker, the possibility opens up for you. Meaning, you can literally have your broker say, you could call up the back end and say, hey, make it look like I'm trading 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 lots. You guys should all know who I'm talking about. Big trading influencer. It's all BS. You should know who I'm talking about. They have a program. I'm not going to even say the name. You should know who I'm talking about. And kudos to them, right? You're making bread. You're doing what you got to do. You're taking care of your family. I get it. But for me, it's the art of finance, the art of trading that is way more important than what I have materially. Like, even when I do buy the cars that I want, I don't think I'd ever show anybody on social media because it's mine to enjoy solo. Plus, one thing I learned from a very big trader is that knowledge speaks for itself. And that right there is the truth. When you know what you're doing, it's obvious and it shows. All right, I'm gonna head on to get finished getting my coffee. I'm gonna drive, enjoy some silence. That's the other thing I love to do. I love to sit in silence. I love it because that's how I get ideas. And I think that's how God communicates with us, is when we're sitting in silence. So I'll meet you guys back at home in my office. Understand this. I'm not one to hate on anybody. I'm a truth lover. I'm a truth seeker. And that's what I do. But to further dive a little bit more into this topic, when a trader at a high level who does not promote lifestyle, who does not promote I'm richer than you, I can give you what you want, who tells you that, one, make money and keep a low profile, two, the battle's internal. Even if they give you their whole entire system, you can't duplicate their results. And that's because it's internal. And when you sit and listen to someone who has achieved something at such a high level talk, and they don't talk about, oh, my car, my Lambo, you want this, right? Or look at my compound. They don't talk like that. They talk about the mind state that it takes to get to the level that they've gotten to. And that is important. The action that you have to take to get to a level that they can get to has nothing to do with what material things that they have or don't have. You look at Jay-Z. When Jay-Z, and he's one of my favorite rappers, when you look at when he first came into rap and first came into money, the chains, the jewelry, the necklaces, and as Jay-Z got richer and richer and richer, he started wearing less and less and less. And when you talk to so many wealthy people, they understand that jewelry, fancy brands, all that is a facade. You can't show up in a room with millionaire and billionaire traders that do, or even people that do things at a high level, Gucci'd out, Givenchy, did I say that right? Whatever. They're gonna look at you and know you're faking the funk. I just did it myself by saying faking the funk. Oh well. They know that's the costume. They know, and they have an innate knowing of the kind of person you are by the things that come out of your mouth, how you show up. And this is why I choose to show up as Andre, not as someone, oh, look at this. I can afford Gucci. I can afford Givenchy. I can do this. I can do that. What does that do? What does that do for someone who's actually attempting and looking to help somebody? Nothing, nothing. I'm not a marketer. I'm not a lifestyle guy. I'm Andre. I'm me. And that's who I choose to show up as. And that's who I choose to show up as on my YouTube channel and on my social media platforms. And if you don't like it, cool. You can discredit me, whatever you want. But you can't discredit this and how I make it perform on trading charts. You can't discredit that. Okay. Give your boy a follow at Andre's Charts. I'll put a link somewhere. I got to tidy up this whole YouTube channel. I got to clean my office. I got a lot of stuff to do today. My dad's in town from New York, so I'm going to be hanging out with him all weekend. And, repping Chicago, the Bears and the city in the background. That's part of who I am. You know, next video, I'm going to show up in a Gucci outfit. I'm not that guy. All right. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you're struggling, just know you're not alone. Everybody struggles no matter what level of success they're at, no matter what they have or don't have. Everybody's struggling. Be kind. It's not hard to freaking do. All right, guys, on that note, cheers. I'm out of here.